We know as television presenters, particularly on a show like this, we often put yourself out there personally. You know, we give our views, we talk about our families and things, and you've done that in a lot of your shows. And there was one show where you agreed to have a fertility test, which ended up a difficult position for you.
Very difficult. So I was doing a show called the Sex Education Show, which I absolutely loved and was a really important show to do for teenagers and young people. But as part of the series, the producer said, why don't you go and have a fertility test and see where you're at? I was about 38 at the time. I said, yeah, absolutely, not a problem at all. You know, I've still got all my eggs. I'm really, for my good head of hair, I'll be absolutely fine. Went off to have my bloods taken. Went with the crew to get the results, and my producer at the time was pregnant, who was leading all of this. And as we were about to go into the doctor's surgery, she disappeared off for a while, and it was taking a long time to be called in. I remember thinking, there's something not right going on here. And eventually, the doctor called me in, crew stayed out.
As you didn't have the camera down?
No. The doctor said, I need to speak to you alone. And I got called in and was given that dreaded conversation, which is, I'm ever so sorry, but you are completely infertile, pretty much. You'll need, if you ever wanted to have children, you would need an awful lot of IVF, and you'd need a lot of help.
And you were on your own receiving that
I was
news?
about 37, 38. I was on my own.
Yeah.
And obviously, I guess the producer knew, because she sort of scurried off and disappeared, and the crew, you know, sort of disappeared. But I decided to carry on with the shoot and to admit on camera that this result hasn't been what I was expecting.
I mean, it's one thing in life to decide that you don't want children, and lots of people do come to that decision, but when you're suddenly told that that has been taken away from you, how does it make you feel?
I was really shocked, because I was only in my late 30s, and I really thought that I'd be absolutely fine, I think, which is a lot of women do. You sort of think you'll be fine. So I was very shocked, very thrown. The really sad thing is that when I was about 40, I did accidentally get pregnant with my boyfriend at the time. And I very sadly lost the baby. Oh. So, I know, but I was on this show the last time, when I was pregnant at the time, and we were talking about infertility, and I found out just afterwards that actually I was pregnant.
And that was an ectopic pregnancy, was it?
My life is a catastrophe. I'm so sorry, everybody. Well, I had an ectopic when I was 20.
Yeah.
So that nearly killed me. So
how is that when you're heading to the big 5-0?
I know.
How do you feel about the children's situation? Is it something that you wish you had in your life? Would you think about adoption or fostering?
Yeah. I'm sad, actually. So, careering headlong into 50, I am sad that I've not had my babies. So I'm considering, I can't speak for Sue, but I'm considering looking at adoption and trying to just create, you know, our own little family, I think. It's important to me, I think. Yes.
I have to sit here and ask you about naked people.
Please do.
Naked attraction.
What's amazing is all your audience are naked. Thank you so much.
And it's coming back, isn't it?
We don't know. I mean, I really hope that it does, because it's genuinely one of the most joyful shows I've ever done.
When you first got the pitch for that show, what did you think?
Well, the same as what anybody would think, which is, are you out of your mind? No way. But then, you know, we talked about it, and I realised, actually, this is a really important show. It opens the conversation about, you know, being comfortable with yourself.
What are can we call them
contestants.
contestants? I suppose they are contestants. It was a kind of dating show, really.
Yeah.
How were they, you know, off camera and when we're not watching the show? And how are you? Are they naked all the time?
They're naked all the time.
Okay.
So when they're in that box, they are just, you know, and you know what it's like filming a show. There's big gaps in between.
All right.
So, yeah. So one or two boys had to be told to just
Calm down.
Calm down. Leave the room. One or two. The girls behaved themselves.
But you see, if that screen went up when it got to my knees, you'd see my boobs, and
I've not seen my nipples for years.
So what have you learned? Oh, sorry. Yeah,
I just wanted to ask, do you have a plethora of people wanting to be on the show? Do you have a shortage of applicants?
Not at all. I found out from the producers the other day, because we're hoping it'll come back, we've already had 3,000 applicants.
No way!
Oh, yes!
3,000.
Who are these people? Do you know what? It's a wonderfully inclusive, very accessible, very accepting show. So,
Well, listen, we hope it comes back, don't we? Naked Attraction, Anna Richardson, everyone. Thank you so much.